What is an investment? What would you say that is?
Well, I mean, I view it as I always look at kind of zoom out and go everything you and I was talking in terms of pies, right? And all of your assets. um, and go, okay, is your pie, which is all the assets that you have, whether it's cash or a home or a car, all of those things, put them together, how much is it? And if you had to put each one of those different types of assets, a bank account, a savings account, your house, if they were slices on the pie, how big are they relative to all of them? And are they relatively even slices, or are they, one slice is huge and the rest are tiny? And I always say start there and try to think about having even slices. And how do you rebalance your pie? Because if you have all your eggs in one basket, one giant piece of pie, it's not necessarily the safest. You may have it all in cash and you say, I have no investments. I don't own any property. Maybe I'm young, maybe I'm old. How do I change that? And why is it bad to have it all in the pickle jar or all in cash in a checking account? And I said it's a negative investment because inflation, everything gets more expensive. And if you only are sitting on cash and the world is growing around you and things get more expensive, your cash is worth less a year from now if it's the same amount. Right. Which is why, checking accounts have interest rates that are tiny and all of that to try and grow with inflation, but they're never going to. So an investment becomes anything that's going to help that money grow with time. And it can be, it's such a broad, when you'd mentioned doing a podcast about investments, it's so broad. We can sit here and talk for days about all different types. So starting big and going, all of your assets first, how do they look? Are they even? And then start going, okay, what are my goals in life? Do I need to save for retirement? Which I think we've talked about before, maybe on that first one. So retirement can be a slice, and that's an investment. And there are all types of retirement savings vehicles. If you have a 401k through your work, or you set up your own IRA, and there are different types of IRAs. You can start saving early and it grows, and there are tax implications behind it, but they're all kind of to benefit you based on how you want your future to look for retirement. And then you may go, okay, another slice is going to be real estate. And maybe it's your own home, or maybe you want to own a piece of real estate to rent out because you're comfortable with that. Investments, I always try and steer you towards things that are comfortable to you. People always want to go into like the stock market and stock picking, and 2020 was a great example, or 2021 was a great example of like all the Reddit craze that happened, and the GameStop and wild things. I feel like everyone in 2021 kind of became wild about investing and thinking they were missing out on making a boatload of money, and everyone always brags about how much you make and never talks about how much you lose.
Right.
Which is a big part of investing, which I think is a huge cautionary tale.